Hey, welcome to my journey into a get to know me video. I have some new subscribers, and some of y'all might not know anything about me. Some of you do. Some of you know probably more about me than I think I know about myself. Listen, when y'all send me stuff, I'm like, golly, y'all know me. So I thought, well, we'll come on here, tell you a little bit about myself, about my journey, about a giveaway, because I said, and I said it forever ago, that when I hit 4,000 subscribers, I was going to have a giveaway. And I'm telling you what, it took forever to get to 4,000. So the ones of you that just pushed me over the top, thank you. And the ones who have been there all along, thank you. So, about me, my name is Kim. I live in North Carolina. I am married. It has been 29 years. He's my second husband. I have a son who is 36, soon to be 37, RJ. And I have a daughter, 28, Holly. And I have two grandsons, Sebastian, who will be 7 in December. That is RJ's son. And Jacob will be 2 in August. That is Holly's son. So that is my family. I have a mama and a brother. And a niece, Angel. And so that's that. I like owls. I like Criminal Minds. Big time. I love witches. I have a witch tattoo. I have some witch stuffs hanging around here somewhere, on over here, up there. Which way? There. Oh, right back there too. And right, I don't know. Hold on, let me see if I can turn this. You see on my windowsill, that's all my Halloween witchy things that stays up year round because I love witches. That's part of the excitement of going to the Land of Oz, which we were going in September, is to get to see the Wicked Witch of the West. It was a theme park back in the 70s, and me and my mama used to go. And now they let you go like 3 weekends a year in September for Autumn in Oz, and I'm finally getting to go because I can finally walk enough to go. Now, I'm going to be slow and probably going to take up the end of the, pack, so not to hold anybody up, but I think I can do it. And I love coffee. Oh, I love coffee. I like pigs. I like notebooks. I like pens. I like markers. I like to ruffle paper. I like to do junk journals. That's me. If there's anything else I forgot, y'all tell me. Now, my journey, let's see. Growing up, I didn't have a weight problem. High school, I didn't have a weight problem. When I got married the first time, I didn't have a weight problem. When I got pregnant with RJ, that's when I had the weight problem. So I got pregnant with him in 84, and he was 11. So it was the beginning of 85. And he was born in October of that year. And that is when I gained my weight. I mean, for me, I ballooned up to a size 18. What I wouldn't give to be a size 18 right now. I would take it and run with it and not turn my head back. I think I would be so happy as a size 18. But for me, that was big. The most I have ever weighed in my entire life. And when I got pregnant with him, when I tell you I look like a pickle barrel, I look like a pickle barrel with a head sticking out of it, some arms and some legs. I got huge with him, and he was a big baby. He was over 9 pounds. Well, I said, he about killed me. I wasn't having no more. I told my husband at the time, I said, I ain't having no more kids. That's it. We're done. One done. Well, him and I divorced, and along comes David. Oh, did I tell you I'm married to David? David, he's a truck driver. I meet David. Here comes Holly. She was a little surprised. She was my little miracle baby. I tell her that because I had some cervical issues that, had they not been caught, would most likely have turned into cancer, because they were precancerous cells. Had they not been found, I might not be sitting here talking to you today. But when I went in for my checkup, when I found out I was pregnant, obviously you had to go to the doctor. I mean, you know, that's when they found it. So I call her my little miracle baby. Babies, whether they're born here, there, or any other time, are blessings. And she came just at the right time. RJ came just at the right time. Both my children are blessings to me, and my grandchildren are blessings to me. So I didn't try to lose weight after I had RJ, but I kept getting bigger. So by the end of my marriage, I was a 24. And the only reason I remember that, well, I might not have been a 24 then. I was a 24 when I married David. And I'm a 24 now. But I think I look a lot bigger now than what I remember looking as a 24 back then. So maybe the sizing has changed, because I don't think I was this big. But I guess the clothes fit the same. It's just the composition of my body's different. There's a lot of fat and all that stuff. All that stuff, you know. But me and my first husband, we went on one diet because he got big and I got big. We like to eat good Southern food, a lot of fried foods, a lot of carbs, a lot of taters, you know, that kind of stuff. A lot of carbs, a lot of fried foods. And so at one point we said, well, we're going to go on a diet. And it was one that I found in, I think it was Woman's Day magazine, but it seemed like it was the Canyon Ranch diet. And I have looked for it online and I have not been able to find it. But it gave you, okay, here's a group. You can have one or two, how many ever servings out of this. It was like the breads, and then the meats, you can have how many servings, and then how many servings of the vegetables, all that, right? So I pulled it out of the magazine. I kept it for years. I don't know whatever happened to it. But I would read that sheet every time I would cook, and I would make exactly what I was supposed to make. And I was young then. You know, things did get on my nerves. Maybe not as much as they did as I got older. But as I got older, I'm just like, but now I meal plan and I micromanage it. So what's the difference? But I would go on there and, I mean, we ate by that little paper. We both lost weight. I lost like 30 pounds. But we just got so tired of it because we were so hungry. We were just hungry. We were doing without. We were not having our favorite foods. I was not making them like now. A lot of my recipes on my website are not the way I cook pre-weight loss journey. Some recipes are. Everything on there is not a diet recipe. Hold on. There, I think that light was bugging. But like I didn't know enough to say, let me take this list of foods and try to remake some of the things we like into a healthier version. No, I just tried to make just that we would just eat just like a plate with, you know, chicken and broccoli and corn and the amounts we're supposed to have, and that was that. And so we just got tired of it, and we went right back to our same old way of eating, and guess what? All that weight came back and some more. So fast forward, that marriage ends. Meet David. We meet at work. We were working at a trucking company, and we met there. And newsflash, I asked him out. If I hadn't asked him out, I don't think we'd be married today, because he was shy. Golly, Pete. He was shy. Listen, he had never dated nobody like me. First of all, I was a little bit boisterous. I know y'all can't believe that. I'm an animated person. I know y'all can't believe that. And I was a big person. He had never dated a big girl. You see what I'm saying? All his girls had been just normally what society thinks is normal, as opposed to what I was, which society thinks is abnormal. Well, normal's all in the eye of the beholder. That's that. But as far as like a size 24, no. But he took a shot because he liked my personality, and then here we are 29 years later. But we met at the trucking company because he was running his own business with owning trucks and working at the trucking company at the same time. So he was burning his candle at both ends. So I'm telling you what, I tell you, when I met you, you was working 2 jobs. Hardly slept. He was, oh my gosh. When you're trying to get your own business off the ground and working a full-time job and trucking company job, you don't just clock in, okay, here's my 8 hours. No, you work till the freight's done. So he was dispatch. He wasn't working freight. Well, he did, but he worked up to dispatch. That's where he was when we met. So I hadn't really done any other diets until then. I think maybe with my first one, I might have tried Slim Fast. I think maybe I did try Slim Fast back then. I also tried it since being married to him. But I've mentioned this plenty of times before, and you, ones that's been around, you know that I didn't have a problem with the way I looked. It wasn't a thing of, oh, I've got to lose weight because I want people to look at me. No. People can look at me. I don't care. This is who I am. You don't like it, don't look. As long as I could get around and do and handle things around the house the way I was used to handling them, doing all the things, my health was good, everything I even said, when my health turns bad, then I'll worry about it. Well, here and there I'd try a little something, that ain't working, and we'd go right back to the same old way. Now, David was thin when we met. Tall, sunk in waist, broad shoulders. Them shoulders is what got me. Yes, it was. And that little blonde curly hair. Yes, yes, yes. Curly in the back, smooth on the side. Anyway, I would try different things, little bits. I ain't fooling with that. And then it was years. I didn't try anything for years. I mean, I didn't even, it wasn't even on my radar to try anything. And then I found out I was going to have a grandson, Sebastian. He was going to be born in December of that year, 2017. Ain't that right? 2017? 2016. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I'll tell you. 2016. When I tell y'all my memory is bad, my memory is bad. But if you can see, that's my Sebastian tattoo. It's got his birthday on it. Jacob, let me hold it far up there. There's Jacob. So, I ain't no dummy. Speaking of tattoos, I forgot to tell you about Flair. I have a pet. Her name is Flair. She is a bearded dragon. She is 12 years old, and I had her for 11 years. And she's a very old lady, and she's like, I don't know, she's not blind, but their vision goes, and hers is gone, because when I feed her, she like licks into the air and starts chewing. She thinks she's got it, and she like licks at the side of the bowl and thinks she's got it. So you have to like put it right in her face, and she just sleeps. She just sleeps. There's no glass dancing, no running back and forth, no playing, nothing. She just sleeps. So, but my tattoos, I don't know how many. like all this, and this, and this. But I didn't start getting them until I was 53. And I'm 60. I'll be 61, matter of fact, 2 weeks from tomorrow. My brother will be 50. I'll be 61. He'll be 50. I can't do the math. I'm so bad. 53, maybe? 7 years. Golly. Well, if you were born in 1969, how old does that make you? You'd think I'd have a lock on these things, but I do not. So that's his birthday tomorrow. That's the party we're having. It's for us together. It's for our birthday together. His birthday tomorrow. His birthday was last Thursday, and mine is next Thursday. Not this coming, but next. So tomorrow is our birthday party for both of us. But I didn't get my first tattoo till I was 53 because growing up, you know, good girls don't get tattoos. Well, so in my mind, if I got a tattoo, I wasn't a good girl and I'd be looked at differently, which I'm aware that I have them now. I am looked at differently. You think I'm blind to the stares I get out in public? No, I am not. And I would rather somebody just come up and say, hey, what does that tattoo mean? Rather than just kind of look at me, you know? And some of them look at you in disgust. People like me who have them, we know what we see. Y'all ain't slick. Not y'all, but y'all people who do it. So then when I got the first one, I was hooked. I mean, hooked. I think this is going to be my first year that I don't get one. So I found out I was going to have a grandson. I'm like, oh. See, my health had already started going down by then. And I had tried some diets. I think I tried Slim Fast again and just doing this and doing that. Mainly, probably when I found out was the biggest time I tried. Not a whole lot up until then, although my health had already started kind of going. I couldn't get around as good as I could, and then I'm like, I can't go after a little baby, tend to a little baby, if I can't get around, so I'm going to lose some weight. Well, I went on some kind of diet. I don't remember what it was, and I did lose some weight. And guess what? Didn't stick. Nothing I tried ever stuck. So, like a toddler, by the time he was born, I had gained my weight back. So go around to the next year. Oh, hold on. I actually waited 2 years before I went to Weight Watcher. So by the time, now when he was born down here. And RJ and his mama were not married. Me and David weren't married when Holly was born. Well, we were married when she was born, but not when she was conceived. I ain't got nothing to hide. I ain't ashamed. Babies are blessings. I don't care how they get here. So they weren't married. And this, that, and the other happened. And she took him back to Ohio. I don't want to go into the whole full story of it, but RJ didn't know it. And it happened. So we spent a year going back and forth to Ohio, 10 hours if we didn't stop, 10 hours to court and like that for a year. And during that year, me and RJ both ballooned up because we ate on the road and we ate road snacks and we ate our feelings and we had feelings, let me tell you. It was an emotionally charged upheaval in both of our lives. It was horrible. And I don't know how much of my weight I gained that year. So the whole year of 2017 was back and forth to Ohio. Well, roll around to 2018, and by April of 2018, I had ballooned up to, ready for this, 377 pounds. I was this close to 400 pounds. And some people say, how do you get that big and not know it? I don't know, but you do. It happened to me. I mean, I knew I was big. I'm not blind, but it didn't like, because I wasn't worried about what people think, it really wasn't that big of a, like looking in the mirror. You don't really see what's in front of you when you're looking in the mirror. I don't believe until I look at the picture, like on top of, I'll try to remember to put it on this thumbnail. Whatever day that picture was made was sometime earlier this year. And the picture where I'm overweight was my very first day on Weight Watchers in April of 2018. I don't remember the day, but it was April of 2018. I think I had seen a commercial, and I told David, I said, I think I'm gonna try that Weight Watchers. And I was out there on the porch, and I said to myself, take a picture. I didn't take a full shot. I did later on Connect, to put on Connect, because I was active on Connect there for a while, and until I stopped doing Weight Watchers and went on the eye track bites, which is now healthy. But when I look at that picture, which is just a headshot, my eyes are so puffy and they're squinty because they're just so, my face is so big. Oh my gosh. I'm like, did you really look like that? Seriously? And you didn't see it? No, I didn't. I just saw me. I saw who was in here and who was in here. I saw who I used to be. That's kind of who I would see in the mirror. I know some people have a hard time believing that because they've never gotten to a size that I was. But some of you who have gotten to a size that I was, and even a smaller size, but a lot bigger size for who you ever were, I'm sure you can kind of see where I'm coming from. So I started Weight Watchers, and I started on the Simply Feeling plan because they had just rolled out Freestyle that November in 2017. And it was still there, pretty new, but they did not take away Simply Feeling. So when I started, when I was reading up and filling out the thing, it said Simply Feeling is for those of you who don't really like to track, keep up with your food, weigh, measure. I'm like, okay, that's me. I think maybe that's a lot of the reason why I never have got in the good habit of it, because I didn't start with the good habit of it, because I didn't have to. So Simply Feeling had so many foods that were on plan that were 0 points. You didn't have to weigh and measure and count and track unless you wanted to, and I didn't. That's why I did the program, and I did good. I lost 36 pounds on it. Then we went on a vacation, and I said, I'm not going to do Weight Watchers while I'm on my vacation. We take a vacation like every 3 years. It's been longer than 3 years now because of my health. And I didn't. And guess what? When I come home, it took me forever to even remotely get back on track, because what I was doing, I destroyed it so bad on that vacation that it was hard for me to come back from eating what I wanted and eating the stuff that's not on the list. Eating the stuff you have to count points for. And we only got 49 points a week, no dailies, just weekly, 49 points. And you think about that. You think if you're getting 20 some points a day, what you eat, just do like 2 days worth, and that's it, you're out of points. Even though you can eat all this other stuff, there are certain things you want to eat that are pointed. You cannot live on 0 point foods, even if you have the biggest array that you can imagine. And I would love to do, we'll talk about that in a minute. Another thing you need to know, when we talk, we have coffee. Yes. And sometimes we talk on the porch, but it's hot out there. So we're in here in the cool. So I'm trying to think what I went back to. I can't remember the progression of, or the succession, whatever the word I'm looking for, of programs that I tried. So I did come off Weight Watchers because I was tired of paying. I didn't go to the meetings. I just paid online, and it was still like $19 or something like that a month. I'm like, oh, I don't want to pay that anymore because I'm not doing too good, so I don't want to pay it. So I came off and I bought a year's worth of eye track bites for like 20 some bucks, 25 bucks, I don't know. Found a code for it. And I used that. Well, then I would try low carb. And low carb worked for me better than anything else other than Simply Feeling. I went back to Simply Feeling several times. I just did it on my own because before that, when they announced that they were going to do away with the program, I went through, and I still got the book over there with the notes I wrote way back then. I went through and looked up everything I could think of brand-wise that I ate and put the points down for the brands. So I had a record of it so I could easily, I mean, you zeros tons of food, but if anything I wanted with a point, I had it written down. Just the typical things that I normally ate. Well, anything I couldn't find, I would just take the freestyle point for it. That was in eye track bites, whatever that plan was in there. Well, when I tried the low carb, I found out that really worked the best for me. I lost weight. I mean, I had some mojo. I'm telling you what, I had some mojo going with that low carb. Then I go to the doctor, and I go to the doctor a lot. I have a lot of medical problems, and they keep strict, watch on me. The doctor I have now, I've been her for, a number of years, and so, I mean, she watches me like a hawk. She does. And she said, I want you to do Mediterranean because I hadn't lost weight enough for them. Y'all know the story. Excuse me. So what if I was losing weight on low carb? That wasn't the lifestyle they wanted me to choose. Do Mediterranean. So I tried it. It did not work. Let me tell you. It did not work. Me and David hated it. We're not fish people unless it's fried fish. We're not he won't eat olives or feta cheese. We're not going to eat the broiled fish. I'm not going to eat half of my plate in vegetables. Y'all know. No, some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all know. I hate vegetables. I like certain vegetables, green beans. I tolerate broccoli. Don't like it. Tolerate it if it's cooked. Cabbage. I'll eat cabbage. Like onions, fried squash. I like fried squash. I'll tolerate asparagus. Things that we eat, we don't like it, but we tolerate it to get it in us. So there's not a joy in my heart when I eat vegetables. I do not have the joy down in my heart. No. So Mediterranean, it just did not work for us. Well, when I tried to get back on low carb, I had one hell of a time doing it. I don't know what it was. Denise over at Dish with D, she's told me more than once. And when I said I had the mojos, she's the one that she said, they messed up your mojo. They messed up your mojo. You had it going and they messed it up, and they did. When I tried their way and I got off the low carb, which I was in the zone. I had a hard time getting back on it. So then I started trying this. I started trying that. I tried, let's do this, let's do that. I tried Simply Feeling again. It didn't work, and I'm an impatient person. I want to see some results. I want to see some results. Give me a few weeks. I ain't got no results. I'm like, okay, well, I got to find something else because this ain't working. Well, me and David were watching TV one night back in March of, was it a year ago? No, March a year ago. Maybe it was. We was watching TV and a Nutrisystem commercial come on. And they were running like a special or something. And we looked at each other, and he knew I needed a back surgery and I need both my knees replaced. I need the fusion rods and screws, in my back. Which, let me tell you, they had me on the schedule in 2020, in June. My surgeon did. Well, he put it before his peer review board, whatever, and he called me personally and said, I'm sorry, they won't let me do it because of your weight. You have to lose weight. Well, I tried and I tried and I tried. And I could not find anything that was going to get it off of me and keep it in a steady downward trajectory. Got me a big word there. And so we were watching TV that night, and Dave was like, you think you can do that? I'm like, I don't know. He goes, if it's like, already made for you and you don't have to think about it, and this and that. I'm like, I don't know. He said, well, I'll tell you what. He said, if you want to try it, you can try it and I'll do it with you. He don't have to do that. He don't have to do that at all. He don't have to eat nothing I fix him, but he'll eat what I put in front of his face because he knows I ain't gonna put nothing in there that he specifically doesn't like. We'll try new things, but not new things of things he don't like. Like, he don't like beets, so I'm not gonna make a beet casserole and stick it in front of him like, oh, we're gonna try something new. So he knows I'm not gonna give him something that I know he doesn't like. But he doesn't have to diet like I do. Now, he would like to lose some weight because he gained some weight along with me when I was pregnant. And over the years, I packed some on him because of the way I cooked. I mean, because I was a good cook, good Southern cook. And I lament the fact that I can't cook like that anymore. I mourn it. I have told y'all before, I mourn my Southern cooking because I feel like I have turned my back on my Southern roots.